So it took a little more effort than I expected. Well, no, let's be honest. No, I expected an effort to have the host cancel our reservation. We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Welcome back. We really enjoyed staying in this place for a night. So now it's time to check out and go to our Airbnb that we'll stay at for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this hotel, this is the 4 Points by Sheraton Izmir, has been fantastic for a quick one-night stay. But we are now going to check out, get in a taxi, and head over to our Airbnb, which we'll show you in a little while.
So we just arrived at our new Airbnb, and this is by far the biggest disappointment so far with regards to Airbnbs. All right, first of all, I'm just going to talk through everything that I saw immediately. First of all the cupboards are empty. There's no cookware. The guy was nice enough to go get us some, but it's definitely not going to be close enough. And this place is honestly super gross. And I kind of had a meltdown, unfortunately, with the guy, just talking to him, just trying to get some cleaning products. And I'll show you what he brought me. It's not enough. It will not do the job. So I was trying to get him to either give us some money or reimburse us for some of the cleaning products so that we could actually clean this place so that we could live here. And I don't think he was getting it, and he didn't understand it. So he has offered us to check out tomorrow. Apparently tonight will be free, and to go elsewhere because he can't accommodate us. I think that's what I understood. I think that's what Wallace understood. So we're currently just looking for a new accommodation, but I'm going to just show you what I see. All right. So this is the bed. Right off the bat, these are the towels that he left us. They're hand-sized towels. 1 each. Slippers, which is pretty common. They're in plastic, so they're no big deal. But let's just take a look at the bed. There's no bedspread or anything on it. This sheet is all we get. There's no pillowcase. I'm not sure what's going on here, but no pillowcase. That's a new one for us. Yeah, look how gross this is. Now, as far as the bed and the nightstand and stuff, it is gross, but it is old. I get that. I get that things like get dusty and stuff, and I'm fine with cleaning it. But that's a lot of work also. So anyways, let's keep moving on. That sound you hear?
It's the AC.
That's the AC. All right, so I mean, there's blankets and there's like a duvet. Everything looks clean here. This actually looks like it has a pillowcase on it, which is one of those plasticky pillowcases, but at least there would be a pillowcase. The couch, there's nothing wrong with the couch. It doesn't look bad or anything like that. The kitchen, let's see here. Okay, so all that was here was literally these 2 cups. I have no idea if they're clean or not. And that was all there was on the kitchen counter when we first arrived. So the only cookingware that he has given us is 1, 2, 3, 4 plates with a few cutlery. And he brought us some pots. Ooh, everything feels greasy and gross. these two pods. Not sure why they're wet. Don't know if I want to know. But look at this like sink. Yeah, this is the cleaning sponge that he left. Look at these cupboards. All right, and the fridge. Let's see here. We've got hair. It clearly has not been cleaned in a very long time. And then we've got the bathroom. Which, I don't know when the last time the shower has been cleaned, but it's definitely not clean anymore. Ew, gross. Gross, gross, gross. So I asked him for cleaning supplies so that I could do the cleaning, and I was totally fine with that. But this is what he showed up with. Windex. Really not sure how that's going to help. And I think this is like toilet bowl and sink cleaner. The cloths that he provided, and the bucket that he provided, and the sponge, and this has clearly been used a lot, and it's not going to clean anything. So I spent about 10 minutes arguing with him, but I was arguing the fact that the cleaning products that he's provided will not be able to clean this place because they're already gross. And I asked him if he would give us money or reimburse us for some money for the cleaning products so that I can get this place up to cleaning standards. And his answer was that we paid for an economy eco place because we're paying $30 a night, and this is what you get for $30 a night. And he has more luxury places for $50 a night if we wanted that. Now, my argument is $30 a night is fine, but it doesn't mean that we have to walk into a completely disgusting place. And I don't think he was getting that because there's no need for it to be this gross. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is it smells like smoke in here really bad.
There's an ashtray on the table.
Yeah. I know smoking's normal for this part of the world, but this is just too much.
1 hour later.
Well, that was fun.
So it took a little more effort than I expected. Well, no, let's be honest. No, I expected an effort to have the host cancel our reservation. If I initiate the cancellation, it was going to charge me like the night and Airbnb service fee. We would have been out about $142, even though we've only been here an hour and not staying the night. Figured out a way to get through the help links on the reservation, submitted a request for a full refund on the cancellation because of the cleanliness issues. It sent the request to the host. He did approve it, so I got an immediate response back from Airbnb saying it's approved and I'll get a refund back to my original form of payment. So in the grand scheme of things, it's all worked out. Bit of a headache, and it's now well after 5 o'clock. We've been at this for like an hour, 2 hours now. So it's just a bit of a hassle, and honestly, yeah, this place, it's kind of gross. So I'm glad we're getting out of here.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, the host is as legitimate as I can recommend for anybody to deal with. He was as honest as I could tell he was being honest. He was saying that the cancellation, he tried to cancel it, and then he would get paid tomorrow for the 2 nights, and then he would send us the money. And he did show us the screens that did indicate that he was going to do that, but we just didn't trust him.
Because there's no way to guarantee. Once we leave here, we're never seeing him again.
And he did offer to stay tonight for free. There's no way.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Anyways, long story short, we're getting out of here, and I've booked us the next 4 nights at the Renaissance. So yeah, we're going to be paying a little bit more, but it's going to be clean, it's going to be comfortable. It's also close to a dedicated gluten-free restaurant that Cory can eat at, and also it's close to the car rental place that I've booked a car at on Tuesday in a few days from now, because we can then just check out and walk ourselves over to get our rental car, because we're going to be driving somewhere different for a couple days at that point. So
the moral of the story, have an emergency fund for situations like this. If you get into a situation you need to get out fast, you're going to need money. Just make sure. Or points.
We just didn't have any left because we burned them all.
Yeah, but just make sure you have extra. They always say that you have to keep an emergency fund. That is true when you're full-time traveling as well.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're going to be dipping into ours here. But again, it comes down to we couldn't stay in this place for 12 nights. And so we're not gonna. And we're going to have to pay a little bit more now. Them's the breaks.
We're gonna go get dinner, but this room is a massive upgrade and it's so worth it. So titanium status for the win again.
The next day.
Good morning.
Good morning. After a decently good sleep, we're gonna go for breakfast and we'll show you what they have to offer here.
And then once that's done, we'll show you guys our new digs and take you around the hotel.
The buffet was okay. It had quite a few options for Wallace.
I'd say overall it was average. Nothing spectacular there.
Yeah, unfortunately, extremely disappointingly, they have zero knowledge of dealing with gluten-free celiac, because I asked for what they had for gluten-free and they grabbed some gluten-free bread, which is fantastic, but then they went to go toast it in the regular toaster and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. And they had no idea why, so I had to get them to like toast it in a clean pan, but I don't think it was clean, because then I watched them put like pans from the oven up to the top and then just grab random pans.
Like just a stack of pans, yeah. So no idea if it was actually clean or not.
I'm going to say it wasn't, because there was definitely like seeds on my toast that shouldn't have been there. Anyways, long story short, unfortunately, I'll just have to stick to like really basic food for myself, but it'll do.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 days on this end of the trip. And luckily, there is a dedicated gluten-free restaurant not too far from here that we can at least go get lunches and dinners at. So we'll have to suffer a little bit, but I mean, again, we had to pivot yesterday, and this was the best we could do on short notice.
We're currently down in the lobby, so there's of course reception right there, and then behind me is the lobby bar, which looks like a nice little seating area. And there's even more seating over here, just behind the bar area. And I think we'll head downstairs next. Let's check out the rooms.
This is one of the coolest elevators.
Yeah, both elevators are glass, and you can see into the courtyard area. So there's nothing going on here at the moment. We're on level -1, which is the meeting rooms, and I think there's a business center over here too. Which isn't much. It consists of what looks like a couple of computers and a printer. That's the spa. We're currently on level -2, which is supposed to be the spa level, but we've also found what they've labeled a fitness studio. It looks like a Pilates room. So there's a bit of equipment in here, and I have no idea how to use any of it. I think Cory's used some of it before.
Sauna and steam room is there, and the Turkish bath is actually like this.
Oh.
And this iron architecture holds the hot weather inside. And this big rug, we lay the towels, and they do scrub and foam services.
Okay. So as you can see, on the -2nd floor is the Hypnos Spa, where they have Turkish baths as well as a relaxation pool, saunas, and steam rooms. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. The spa services and Turkish baths are all extra, but the pool and sauna steam rooms are all included if you are a guest here, so that's pretty neat. And finally, on the -3rd floor is the fitness center, which is looking pretty big. On the 1st floor, there is a club lounge, which we have access to, and so that has drinks and snacks usually throughout the day, and they do serve like I guess appetizers or a light meal in the evenings, and so we'll check that out later tonight. Okay, welcome to our room. We are in 4114, which is an upgrade because we booked the basic standard king room, which should have been $171 a night. Thanks to our Marriott Bonvoy Titanium Elite status, we got an upgrade, even though this was a last-minute booking, to an executive suite, which would normally cost $441 per night this time of year. So quite happy with that, and we've got a lot more room. So as you come in, we've got bathroom this way, which has double sinks. Got the toilet off to that side. A really big freestanding bathtub. And a shower. So the bathroom is pretty awesome, except of course, as usual with these kind of places, if the water's hitting the door side, it ends up with water everywhere. That just seems to be standard practice no matter where you go these days. We've got lots of closet space, including a safe and just big closet space. And coming into the main room, we've got a desk, area to put your bags down, got a bar cart over there, a couch, and the TV, which does swivel around, so if you want to watch TV from the couch or from the bed, you can do either. We've got a dining table with 4 chairs, and this little chair there is actually surprisingly comfortable. It's got a chair and an ottoman, and it's a great little spot for reading. And king-size bed, which is fantastic and was really comfortable. Now, if Cory turns around with the camera, the best feature so the blinds are all push button controlled, as you can see, and our executive suite is a corner unit. So we've got this giant panoramic window. And the best part is we've actually got partial sea views in 2 different directions there. So yeah, that is our room. So we weren't expecting to be in a hotel for these days because we had an Airbnb booked, but as far as a
Last minute
backup option goes, this is not too shabby.
And don't get me wrong, the space of the Airbnb was not the problem. It was the cleanliness. So the only thing that was good was that the guy that was running the Airbnb was at least gracious enough to give us the full refund. After some work, we got it done.
Yeah.
I also wonder if, because I was filming him, that actually happened, because I feel like it's a bit of a racket here. We kind of clued into the fact that none of the Airbnbs have very good reviews or very many reviews, and we think that there's a reason for that.
Most likely what they're doing is if they rack up too many bad reviews, they take their listing down, wait a little while, and then just relist it as a new listing. And then that way they start over with no negative reviews on the platform. Because yes, a lot of the units I looked at are new listings, including the one that we were at. I only had 1 previous review at the time that I booked it. And, you know, this is an established, set of apartments. The guy runs like probably a dozen or more of these units. I find it very hard to believe that there weren't, negative reviews on that place based on the cleanliness alone, because it was really gross.
Yeah, the one of the reviews said it was not clean, but it was tolerable. I don't know what kind of living conditions they were living in prior, but they were not tolerable. So I guess if you're finding a lot of Airbnbs in an area that don't have a lot of reviews, be very cautious. I think it's user risk. We know that, and we're doing our best. And this is the first Airbnb that we've run into problems. So
we generally, when I'm booking Airbnbs, I generally tend to book only the ones that have, like lots of reviews and, like 4.8 or higher out of 5 stars. It's rare that I'll book anything lower than that. In the case of coming here to Izmir, there wasn't too many options for places with kitchens, so I took a chance, and clearly that didn't work out so great for us. But you know what? At least we had a backup plan that we were able to do, and we'll just have to be a little more cautious in the future. It's not the first time I've seen, travel vloggers have issues with Airbnbs, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
No. So, I guess our biggest takeaway, if anybody is thinking about doing this, make sure you have a really robust rainy day fund or points for your hotel stays to fall back on, to get you out of those jams, because we might have had to just walk away from that money, and we were prepared to do that if we had to.
Yeah, like of course, I'd absolutely be prepared with a backup plan, and be prepared that you may run across an unscrupulous host and be out that money. We have heard of stories of that happening. We got lucky. We are getting a full refund from Airbnb, but from what I've read online and seen in other videos, that is not always the case. So sometimes you'll have to be prepared to just eat that cost. But I think that's it for this video, because this was not the video we intended to film, but that is the reality of traveling full-time, is you are going to run into some setbacks, and that's just the way life goes.
Yep. I think that is all there is to say. I'm happy with how the situation turned out in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks very much for following us along here in Izmir, Turkey. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.